Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope all of you are doing great and all are going good. And today we are going to discuss about one subject that is already you see in the thumbnail, right? And this is one of the MPLS series video, right? So here we will discuss or understand with different way, right? Here we will work together to get out from one problem, right? And you viewer and me are in same team, and there is another one who will guide us, right? And our role over here to solve one problem, to provide nice solutions, right? So there is two gentlemen, you can see they are discussing in one topic, right? For the one solution rather. Now let me introduce this gentleman to you first. So here you can see he is this gentleman, he is the IT manager, right? He is IT manager, and this gentleman is network manager. He take care entire the network, right? All right, so now where we are here, me and you, right? We are here, we work under this network manager team. Our role would be help him to get or to get out from get a solutions or get out from the problem, right? To provide a very nice solutions as we know the network, right? So let's understand what the discussion basically going on, right? Now IT manager says to network manager, hey, I am having one problem rather, or I need one solutions to get out that from problem. So network manager says, what is the problem? Basically, let me tell you. So then IT manager says the problem is, as you know, I have or rather we have this three business unit, right? A, B and C, and these three business unit are very critical, very complex. They are competitor to each other. They don't want to communicate each other, right? In that case, they have their separate network team, right? Separate network, separate server, all these stuffs, right? Now then network manager says, yeah, I know that part, but what is the problem basically? So IT manager says there is no problem at all. Problem is that they are going to take another space, very next sector, right? In this city, that is a bit far, and next sector they're going to procure, or they are going to rather taking space for the another building for their business unit expansion, right? Now thing is that what is the problem? Again network manager says, what is the problem in that case? Because they are asking for the communications, that is fine, that is also possible, right? Then network manager says there is no problem at all, you can communicate anytime anywhere, right? For that you need the devices. Then network IT manager says, here is the problem, because see, as you know, this three unit are separated, right? They have their separate strategy, but thing is that whenever they discuss about the cost, they are become the real brotherhood, right? They don't want to cost expend more money on that any stuff. So thing is that they need communication. Problem is that they need communications, but whatever the budget they are going to approve for this communication channel, that is very less. With that budget, I can procure only 2 router, right? Maximum, max to max, and the whatever money will left, that through that I can procure or I can purchase one link, right? So this much budget they have approved. Now how do I do that, right? As they don't want to communicate each other, there is no one knows which network subnet they are using. This is the criticality, right? Now after hearing this problem, the network manager think, yes, this is the problem, right? There is a solution is needed. Then the network manager says to IT manager, let me discuss with my team. I have a good team, right? Let me discuss with them and let me come to you with a good solutions, right? So next day, instantly, sorry, it's not next day, the same day, the network manager goes to his team and sit for a discussion for the solutions, right? So we are here, right? You and me are with this network manager, yes, the network manager. for the discussions of this problem, right? So the network manager explained all the problem, each and every part. Now after hearing that, one of us goes to board and says the problem is there is one cake, right? Problem is nothing but there is one cake, but you have 3 birthday boy, right? Right, 1 2 3. So I have to piece this cake in 3 pieces, right? So this one of us network engineer says, don't make fun, this is not the fun time, right? So he goes to board and he says we have to think something similar to VLAN, right? So what VLAN does, like we know in VLAN we can segregate multiple port into all different logical switch, right? It's become different switch. We can do use this thing, right? But thing is that problem is that the network manager says the problem is that the VLAN basically VLAN basically works for L2, but they are talking about L3 network. They don't want to talk to each other with the L3 as well as L2, right? So this is the problem. But whatever we discuss now, after these discussions, this manager think the solution is here. I got the solutions. So after he thought and he gathered the knowledge, second day he goes to network manager again, right? IT manager again. So he seated with him and says, yes, there is solutions. I have the solution. I have discussed with my team. Now, what is the solutions? Let me explain to you in this board, right? Solution is that what we'll do, as we have budget to procure 2 router only, we'll definitely procure 2 router, right? We'll order for the 2 router. But thing is that what we'll do, we'll make piece of this router as VRF 1 2 3. 3 logical router we will make within this physical 1 router, and then we will distribute or we'll gifted them single one for each department, right? So in this way the problem can be solved, right? Now network manager says, what about the connections? He says, the IT manager says, what about the connections? So what we'll do? Now the network manager says there is 2 options, option 1 and option 2. Now what is the option 1? Option 1, from any service provider, you can take one lease line, point-to-point lease line, right? And they will provide this lease line. Through this lease line we will use, right? And what is the second options? Second option is that as it's a same city, same locations, but the sector is a bit different, right? Around 1 or 2 kilometers, we can lay our own fiber connectivity, right? In that case, what is the benefit of the fiber connectivity, and what is the disadvantage of the fiber connectivity? What is the advantage of the service provider lease line? Let me explain to over here, right? Network manager is saying to IT manager, right? So he is saying if we lay the fiber, in that case our monthly subscription cost will not be there, right? But thing is that our maintenance would be if the fiber energy cut, we have to repair it out. But thing is that if service provider give us the lease line, in that case we have to pay each month a certain amount time. Considering the budget and money, we should go ahead with the fiber, right? Our own fiber connectivity, right? So that the solution, the second solution is the perfect for network manager, right? There is less cost, right? And online, and that is the right solution. Now thing is that how you will lay the fiber and how you will connect them, because see there is 3 different router you can see, right? But we are going to lay one single fiber cable. Now how we will do? Again, there is 2 solutions. If we are laying the fiber, whatever the fiber we are going to terminate both end, that fiber gonna with at least 3 core, right? So that each core we can use for these 3 department or 3 business unit, right? Though the fiber will be single, right? So this is how the problem can be solved. Now thing is that if the multi-core fiber is very expensive, we will lay one single fiber, and then what we'll do, we'll use sub interfaces over here, and that will be terminated like this way, right? So physical interface can be terminated one single core fiber, and that will make different sub interfaces, and then we'll connect. Okay, but network manager, IT manager says no, we have this much of budget that we can at least lay multi-core fiber, right? At least three core would be there. So the solution accepted, right? Now the design would be, now network manager shows the design would be like this, right? Each unit going to connect that their router, right? You can see each unit having their own router and having their own connections. No one gonna communicate each other. No one cannot communicate each other, right? Because we made separate logical context, right? Logical router, logical different separate routing table for them, so no one can communicate each other. So this is the right solution, right, for this complex problem. Now network or IT manager rather is very happy with his network manager. He says, yeah, it's a great solutions for you, it saves our budget, right? And rather we can prove that within this much less budget it is also possible, right? Now again next day the network IT manager comes with network managers. He says there is another problem. All right, now what is the problem? What's next the problem? Now next problem is that they are going to terminate one internet line, right? Internet line. But thing is that they are not going to terminate three different internet line. They are gonna, again, as it's a cost, they become a real brotherhood, right? They gonna connect one single internet connections, and that will be shared, right? So this is how they have asked me, and I have to do that anyhow. So after thinking multiple things, that network manager says that is also possible, right? That is also possible. There is a concept that is called VRF route leaking or VRF leaking. How do I do that? Right, from here, from VRF1, it will connect over here, it will connect over here, and it will connect over here. Now you might think that there is three separate logical router we have segregated. Then what next? After segregating multiple VRF, we will get another router, that is the global routing table, right? That is the default routing table, wherein we will terminate this internet line, right? This IL, right? So internet line will terminate, and that we are gonna share. How we'll do that? After linking the route, right? From the VRF to global routing table, right? But thing is that here network manager want to IT manager that this VRF solutions, it's limited solution in the sense like it's not scalable, right? In future, after 1 month or 2 months, after 1 year, if you say that there is another building we are going to take space in different country, different city, in that case, if it is not can be possible in that time, because the expansion, the scalability is limited in VRF, or rather VRF Lite. Now what is VRF Lite? VRF Lite nothing but VRF without MPBGP or without MPLS VPN, right? So if you want to scale the same solution, you have to go ahead with MPLS. MPLS is the foolproof solutions for that, right? But for now, you can do this and use the solutions without MPLS. That's what we are calling over here. It is VRF Lite, right? So this is how we can achieve the solutions. We all help to manager to solution get out from the problem, right? Now let me take you to the lab, wherein I will show you exact the same thing we can configure, right? Okay, so just give me a moment, please. Let me take you to the lab. Here you go. So this is the lab, right? So the same thing you can, if you compare this architecture or this diagram, right? This is the same thing I have make this in lab, right? So if you see, there is one router, three segregated logical router. That is not visible over here because he has only 2 router procurement budget, right? That's what we have to create separate logical router that I'm going to show you inside that router. So let's first get into this router, right? Let me log in, right? All right, perfect. So let me show you first the configuration. I have previously configured all this lab because it will save time, right? Though I will show you how to configure and all the stuffs. Perfect. So start from here. So here I have configured 3 different VRF, right? VRF BUA, VRF BUB, and VRF BUC, right? Business unit C. And I can also put description over here, right? So how do I create, or how can I create? Just put IPVRF, then put this thing, the name, any name you can put it out, right? Let me create another VRF for the example, right? Now I can put descriptions, right? Now let me show you run again. Oh. All right, so you can see over here, right? This was the VRF, right, already created, and the new one I just created for the testing purpose to show you, right? All right, so now what left? The configurations. Now configuration is nothing but there is one interface configurations, right? There is 3 interface. Let me show you. Let me drag over here. So what are these interface? 1/1, 1/2, and 1/3, right? So 1/1 for VE1 and 1/2 is for the 17.16.10.1 for BUC, right? Just a minute, please. Yeah, so here you can see this network I have created over here, right? And this entire network for this VRF, this is the VRF I have created for this interface only, right? So that is being created. Now what left? Another interface for the now another thing. If you see here what I did, let me explain over here, right? So here this is a single fiber cable or any lease line through which this multiple 3 links get terminated, right? And each link are dedicated for each VRF, right? So thing is that this interface 1/1 as well as 1/4, this should be dedicated to VRF what? VRF BUA, right? So that's what I will show you. This is router 1. Just a minute, please. So how do I check that? So IPVRF. If I put this command, it will show under VRF BU how many interfaces is there. 1/1 and 1/4. These 2 interfaces needed because see here the BU1, BUA, and right hand side is the BUA, right? Both are the BUA, but they are in separate building. The similar way other VRF also connected, right? So this is how I can see the VRF member, right? Nothing I did. Now thing is that you might think, how do I make this 2 interface as a member, right? So if you see the configuration again, interface configuration rather. So here 1/1, right? So this interface 1/1. So this interface, what I did, I just put only IP addresses, and to make this VRF member, so I have to assign this command IP VRF forwarding BUA. With this command, this router become this member, right? So basically try to understand this part. Here one logical router I have created. So this is router only, right? Nothing is there. So I have to assign interfaces, right? Then only this router, this VRF1 having 2 interfaces. These are the interfaces, right? I have to make the member. Then only he will get this much of interface. So that's what it is showing. If you run the command, so IP VRF, right? All right, now that is fine, each one can communicate each other, right? So this let me show you one thing. So I can ping from here, from VRF this building to that building, right? Showing 192.168.33.33, right? Far end IP address. Oh, sorry. I can reach over there, but thing is that I will try to reach another BUC, right? This building. What is the IP addresses? Let me ping 10.10.33.33. Am I able to reach him? Right? No, because my requirement is such requirement that one unit should not communicate to other unit, right? Hope you understand, right? So this is how I did. I make the VRF, I make the member of that port, then I make the static route. Now thing is that you can run, as it's a part of VRF, one VRF, you can run any protocol, static routing or any routing protocol you can run. You can think this is customer 1 and customer 2. This is how you can also think, right? And you can run any routing protocol within themselves. So what happened over here? Here 3 router, right, for each of them. The same way I have configured. So how do I configure? Already I show you, right? Now most important part about our route, I have used the static route. So IP route, this is global routing table, right? And now there is a bit way, like if bit different way, right? Like if business unit A asking you, let me show me one thing, that is I am not getting any routing information, network information of business unit A or C, B or C, right? In that case, so IP route VRF BUA, right? So this routing table is dedicated for this business unit. Try to understand. I don't have any 172 network over here. Are you able to search out any 172 network, any 10 network? There is no, right? Only 8.8.8 network, because see, I try to reach internet. That internet is also shared internet, right? So let me show you over here again. Okay, it is already open. Business unit B. Are you able to see any 192 network, 10 network? No, right? Business unit C. Are you able to see any 192 or 170 network? No, because this network, what I have decided, this 10 series network would be gonna for VRF C, or rather for the business unit C, right? Hope you understand. So it's purely separated. Now thing is that how do I reach the route linking part, right? How do I reach the internet? So IP yeah, so this much static route I have to configure, because I have separate building, right? For this 10 network is this, right? I have to go here and there. I have to configure this for the 20 network, as for the VRF C, B, and this is this is VRF A, right? All right, now the main important part, that how do I route link, that let me explain first in different diagram, right? Here is the diagram. Try to understand. Here this is the whole as a router 1, right? Now in router 1 you have make separate router VRF BUA, right? And you have another global routing table, that is this global router, right? Now how you are route linking, right? You want to reach the internet from where? From BUA, right? How you have reached? First you went to global routing table. So how you have reached? This is the comment. IP route VRF, the destination. I want to reach the 8.8.8.0 network. And how do I reach? This is the 8.8, the next drop. This is the interface IP address, right? This is the I.Header interface API, and I have to mention global because I want to travel from VRF to global routing table. So that's what this route looks like. So what I did, I jump from VRF this routing table to this routing table, right? And from this global routing table already there is default route, so that it's from there, from global routing table, it can reach to the internet, right? And that this route is helping to reach that out, right? So let me tell you one thing, that is how you have reached. First you jump into the global routing table, from there you jump into the internet, right? Now what about return traffic? How it will return? It will jump into the global routing table, and already you have another route return traffic, the return traffic that is there. And who is helping for this? This guy, or this entire network. What he is saying, if you want to reach VRF BUA, in that case you have to use Ethernet interface, this interface, right? 1.1 means this interface. Now where is this interface? Here it is, right? Just a minute, here it is, 1.1, right? So the return traffic, let me show you over here. So return traffic would be global routing table to that particular interface, then he will reach over here, right? So this is how it will reach. Now once he try to ping, how he will ping? He will go there, this VRF BUA, from there you will reach global routing table, from there it will reach to the internet, right? All right, hope you understand. Now let me show you whether he is able to or not, right? He is able to reach internet. So let me show you from here, from this BU unit, other BU unit, right? He is also able to reach internet, right? And whether he is able to reach, let me show you one thing, 8.8.8.8, right? He is also able to reach. So everyone be able to access the internet by taking the leverage static route route linking, right? Now thing is that this route linking part, the VRF linking part, can be done only via static route, one way. Another way is the MPBGP or MPLS VPN. Another way is policy, right? PBR kind of policy. You can do like this way. So the VRF Lite VRF, it's with a less level, right? For large network, you have to go with the MPBGP or MPLS, right? Hope you understand this network and how it is reaching each other, right? And these three network, all these three network are isolated. No one can reach other one, right? I can show you that part also, right? So business unit A in tower 2, he wants to reach business unit B in tower 1, 172.16.11.11, right? So he is not able to ping at all, right? He is not able to ping. All right. So they are isolated, but they are able to access internet, the shared internet access. Very nice solutions. This light VRF concept you can use for any solution in the sense, right? For any requirement, right? You can use it for management purpose, out of band management purpose. And I hope you have observed Cisco router by default comes with one management VRF, and that VRF map one interface, that is the management interface. So multiple purpose can be used this light VRF, right? I just show you one example, and I have mentioned all my this configuration in my blogs, right? I will put the blog description in description box, right? So from there you can check, enter the configurations, right? So hope you understand the concept. Logically you can segregate the router using the VRF concept, right? Hope you understand the solutions, right? And please share others to for the helping purpose if you find it well, right?